All right, so hello again and welcome everybody. So we're still looking at temperaments and how they impact our relationships, and today we want to look at the phlegmatic or the giraffe partner. The phlegmatic or the giraffe partner. Over the past weeks, we have looked at the choleric or the lion partner. We have also looked at melancholy or the ant partner. Now I want to look at the phlegmatic or the giraffe partner, and I like you to pay close attention because this is going to help you know how to relate with your partner if you're in a relationship or if you're married. And if you're not married, you're in a family with your siblings or other people in the workplace and all. It'll help you to relate with people who have such temperament, right? And mind you that we are still going to be looking at the temperament of the spiritual man. And when we get there, I'd like you to pay close attention because it's going to help you to understand that the spiritual man also has his own temperaments, right? Okay, so let's go straight in. So the giraffe partner or phlegmatic. Now the phlegmatic are generally very faithful. Okay, they are very faithful partners in marriage. Most often they expect their partners to know that they love them by their actions. So usually you find a phlegmatic showing love in their actions. They barely would speak it out or do a romantic gesture or what have you. They like to show their love in their actions, and they expect, right? So they expect that you should know that I am loving you by what I'm doing. I don't know if you have someone in your life like that, somebody like that, and their actions are usually things, like working hard to provide for the family or being a good manager of the household. So if it's the father or the husband, he's working hard, making sure that ends meet, and then if it's a mother or the wife is keeping the home very good, making sure that always the house is tidy, everything is up and doing, and everything is set. Yes, that is the phlegmatic for you. Then again, we have their spontaneous words of expression of affection are rare, right? So they'll barely tell you that I love you, I care about you. They're very rare, right? Then also again, there are people who are quiet in nature. They are the quiet people, don't like to talk much, usually talk little, but they are very good listeners. Okay, so their emotions are well hidden. That's how they are. They keep their emotions, and so it's very hard sometimes or difficult for you to find out that this is what this person is feeling at this time, right? Again, they often give the impression of rather being critical. Yeah, so that's because their lack of communication and responsiveness can leave you stuffed, because probably you want to get things done. You're like, honey, what do we do? Or babe, what do we do? Or maybe something, my dear, my love, what do we do? And all that. And they are not forthcoming. You ask a question, they're like, oh, you go ahead, what do you think? Just get it done. Let's do this, do whatever you see the thing. So usually they will tell you that do it, I'm with you, and all of that. And most of the time, if as a male, you realize that sometimes in the family the woman ends up taking the decisions, heading, doing leadership stuff, and making sure that things are done in the home and all of that. And it's because that is the phlegmatic nature. If it's the man, likes to be reserved, don't like to talk much. So when things are happening, you realize that he would rather want to go somewhere, go and clear his head, while you, the woman, expects that, no, you should be here, let's talk about this, let's sort this out together. But no. So that's the phlegmatic or the giraffe partner for you. So literally, the giraffe would just stretch its neck and reach somewhere, get what it wants to get done, and you are down there or you are struggling to get it done. But Yeah, that's how they are. So they try to keep their emotions to themselves, and that's basically that they are. That's how they are. Um, on the contrary, the phlegmatic don't become very emotional, and they are usually easier to get along with. They make very good listeners, since they barely would express their emotions and all of that. And also, they become rarely. You see that rarely these people are depressed. It's rare that you see that a phlegmatic person or a giraffe partner is depressed. They're usually very calm and reliable people during crisis. Again, also, they are very glad to leave decision making to the other partner, and they can't even often delay making the decision in hopes it will take care of itself. That's what they do usually. And so again, the phlegmatic husband, tends, like we say, to avoid leadership, responsibility, and all of that. And in such homes, it might be quite tough. It might be quite tough. Now let's just highlight some of the strengths and the weaknesses of a phlegmatic. Let's begin by looking at some of the weaknesses. So they are mostly sometimes shy, and they are fearful of change, prone to laziness, sometimes very stubborn. I tell you, very stubborn. They are passive aggressive. They are indecisive. They are permissive, not goal oriented. They are unenthusiastic. They are too compromising, undisciplined, sarcastic, discouraging, not participative. So these are characteristics that you can talk about the phlegmatic as being their weakness. But when it comes to the strengths of the phlegmatic, a phlegmatic partner or the giraffe partner is usually very relaxed, quiet, and calm. They are content with themselves. They are kind. They are consistent. Have a steady and faithful friend. They are accepting. They are affectionate. Very diplomatic. Yeah. Peacemaking. They are rational. They are curious, observant, and an easy friend maker. So technically, you see that a phlegmatic person is somebody who doesn't usually talk much and wants to listen. So people tend to relate more with people who talk, who would listen, because everybody wants somebody who would listen to them when they are going through a hard time, when they are trying to get things done. So everybody will find a person who wants to listen to them always, a friend. Yeah, because sometimes you just want to vent out. You want to say what is on your mind, say what is on your heart. But as a believer, we know that we have limits and all of that. But for a phlegmatic, that is how they are. They're very friendly. They easily make friends. They are calm. They are relaxed. They have good composure. You don't find them becoming offended easily and all of that. They're peacemakers. Yes, because they're like, oh, you want to get this done, fine, go ahead. Don't worry your head, just do what you want to do. I'm okay with it. And frankly, you may feel that they are trying to just get themselves out of the way so that you can no, they are being sincere with you, that you can do what you want to do, and they're okay because they don't want to take leadership responsibility. Right, I don't know what you've learned, but basically the phlegmatic partner or the giraffe partner is calm, reserved, don't want to talk much. There are people who barely speak in public. They do a lot of listening. They are very content with themselves. They are kind and consistent and all of that. I'm so excited that you have been able to learn about these three temperaments. And so next week, hopefully, we are going to look at the sanguine partner or the monkey partner, and it's going to be an awesome time. Remember that we are looking at temperaments and how they impact our relationships, not only love or marriage relationships, but our relationship with our families, friends, at workplace, and wherever we find ourselves. So if you can share this with somebody, kindly do that. If you